And to show the ship actually sinking, we had to adjust the ship to a 6-degree angle.
It wasn't just building the set. It was building all the stuff to shoot and light the set that was adding a layer to it that we hadn't really anticipated, that all the normal Hollywood lighting tools and photography tools went out the window.
Right. The real issue is going to be having this be variable height. It can sink in.
So I thought, well, what about a crane? A big construction crane with a big boom, a big jib crane on a mobile transporter, essentially. So we can move the crane up and down the full length of the set.
What happened very early on in the shooting of the film was that the tower, which was basically a large construction train on a track, was liberated by Jim when he realized that he could hang a camera from under the tower and basically get pseudo-helicopter shots of the entire ship. Really became a really beautiful camera platform. We definitely got shots that we never would have been able to get otherwise.
What we're seeing here are boats 9, 11, 13, and 15 leaving in pretty quick succession. And for a lot of the steerage passengers, this is their last chance to get off, because after this they're going to have to head way down to the bow to find a boat that hasn't left yet, maybe not even get there in time. And so people are just scrambling into the boats and getting away, and these boats are pretty much the most full.
Action!
Boat 11, which is caught with the condenser discharge, is trying to row away while 13 is coming down almost on top of it, right behind that. And just about the time that 13 hits the water, 15 will be coming down on top of that. And the wash from that discharge washes 13 aft, right underneath 15, to the place where the passengers can reach up and touch the bottom of that 15 coming down. And they were panicked. They didn't know if they could hear them. But fortunately, they were able to release the falls on 13 just in time to row out of the way. And then 15 came down right where 13 had been just moments before.
Can you hear me, Jim? They should be able to stand up and touch the bottom, and it shouldn't be really much lower than that.
Thanks for your opinion. Now I'm going to make it exciting.
For the jumps, when we had up to 40 people jumping off in one single shot, what everyone thinks is, oh, we had this ship and there was all this water and it was deep water. Actually, there was only a small area that people could actually jump. For most of the tank is only 3 foot deep. And we had a trough area that went out 20 feet from the side of the ship.
And background and action!
We had either dummies floating in the water with their life jackets on, or we had deck chairs made of rubber, so people knew where they could jump. It was very important that when someone jumped, that wasn't the end of the shot. They needed to sort of swim to safety, so the next person could jump and there was no risk of anyone landing on top of anyone else.
Let's hear it for the stunt team, folks. Let's hear it for stunts.
The section that we were shooting over was over 400 feet long, and we basically had to get people from one end to the other end and make it look as though they were sliding very fast. And the ship was only at 6 degrees. We had to make it look as though people were at a 45-degree angle and sliding down the deck. And we had people on cables, weighted cables, and we'd made these very, very small like sleds or sledges with very small casters on. Once the cable pulled you, and it would pull you very, very fast, it would release. We'd had a release mechanism built into it. But then you could actually spin 360 degrees. It actually worked very well.
We then disconnect the front 180 feet of the ship and put it on hydraulic cables that will raise and lower it. And you will actually see the front section of the ship on camera go underwater as the water pours up on actors.
I think that people need to remember that a lot of what you see in this movie is real people running along a really huge set. Though visual effects might have added a component into the set, basically it's 90% the real deal. Yes, this was back in 96 and 97 when we still did things with real people and real sets.
Well, that's a cut.
We designed a series of visual effect shots to take advantage of the big ship set in the later stages of the sinking. By filming a lock-off shot of the tilted main set, which didn't move, and a second shot of the sinking set, we could have ILM digitally combine them into one shot, creating the illusion that the entire ship was sinking while still seeing all of our actors and extras running around on deck, without having to use a model or digital people. Since our big set was only tilted at one angle, 6 degrees, we tilted the camera to make it look as if the ship was at a steeper angle. Then, digitally added a new waterline and horizon to disguise the extra camera tilt.